Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 20 of What If Naruto Was Neglected by Everyone. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Kaguya Was Naruto's Mother and enjoy that guys. And over on Anime King 2, I post a brand new episode of What If the 10 Tails was sealed inside of Naruto. So go ahead and check out that and enjoy. And I also posted What If Aizuna Uchiha was Naruto's ancestor. So go ahead and enjoy it as well guys. And stay in tune for What If Naruto returned different after his training trip. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time hearing my voice and you enjoy the videos on both Anime King and Anime King 2, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support guys. And remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, let's begin this new episode. Start the intro.
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their
So, to do a bit of a recap from the last part we left off, a cage meeting was held at the Land of Iron with all the current cages, as Oniki denied all of this, saying that he will not work with Minato. Seeing the devastated amount of ninjas that Minato took care of from the stone in the third Great Shinobi War, Oniki would not be a part of anything with him. As Oniki judged the Raikage, saying that his village must have gotten weak and pathetic, and him as well, for one boy to step in there and bring it down like that. He will deal with Naruto when the time comes and this Akatsuki, showing them that they're nothing, and with that he left. The rest of the Kages came to a conclusion as they created peace between all of them. Terumi, Minato, the Raikage, and also Temari. For now, until they dealt with the Akatsuki and Naruto. Meanwhile at the Hidden Sand, the village was in chaos, as Menma was tearing through the village with a giant stone golem, as it was destroying everything, as Menma has used lightning to decimate the woman that killed Liz, disintegrating her body into nothingness, as he destroyed a huge portion of the village. But Naruto told him to not destroy everything yet. They have their plan, what they're going by. For now, he will leave it as it is. Meanwhile, Obito found Kabuto, as he told Kabuto the Akatsuki requires his help, as Kabuto was confused at first for this man to be coming here asking for his help, as he told him it's about Naruto, as Kabuto knows how powerful Naruto is and he will be a dangerous threat in the future, as Kabuto also wants his revenge on Naruto for what he did to him, controlling him like a puppet, leading him to Lord Orochimaru, and then tossing him aside like he was garbage, as Kabuto wanted Naruto to pay, but for now, he doesn't have the right means, as Obito told him that they need his help to give someone the ability to walk again. When Temari finally came back to her village, he saw the state that he was in, as the news quickly spread to the other villages. A week passed, as the other villages found out everything, as everything is even more tense than before, as Minato is currently trying to get the 7 tails from Taka for them to keep it in a safe place, just so the Akatsuki will get all of the tail beasts, and the 6th tail is currently in Kiri, as they were able to capture Uchiha and bring him back to the village. Uchiha is also tired of running, so that is why he's willing to stay at the village now. As the Mizukage went home to her Terumi estate, as she entered her house. It has been a stressful week, as she went straight to her bedroom. She was just going to get a nice shower and relax. But she snapped her eyes to the corner as she heard a voice calling her name, and to her surprise, the boy, Naruto, Uchiha, was sitting there in a chair. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself. So let's begin this new episode. Terumi was shocked, Yes, she was shocked. Beyond shock. The boy who were they talking about was sitting in her house in a chair, so casually, so calm. As her mind drifted, was he here to kill her? As, after what the Raikage said, and after he teared through a village like that, she knew that he had the power to kill her. Even though she was a proud kunoichi, she was not as strong as the Raikage. She knew that, of course. And she was not strong as the entire village, and she knew that Kumo is more powerful than Kiri, even if she is the Mizukage of this village. And if that boy was able to do that, what could he do to Kiri? As Naruto spoke, snapping her from her thoughts, "I am not here to hurt you or your village," he said, as that released some of the tension. But she wouldn't release everything. He is a ninja after all, a missing nin. Ninjas are liars, and they are full of deception. As Naruto got up, she quickly stepped back as she wondered where is all of the envoys. If you're wondering where your envoys are, don't worry. They're not dead, they're just taking a little nap, Naruto said, like he was reading her mind. As she moved back until her feet hit the bed, as she fell over on it, she quickly jumped over and landed on another side, as the bed was now in between them. "Brave of you," she said, as she looked directly into his eyes, as she was about to perform hand signs. "No," Naruto said. "Unless you want tragedy to fall on this village, you will put down your hands," he said to her, as she narrowed her eyes at him. "I already told you, I have not come here to harm you or your village. So calm yourself, woman." "So why are you here?" she asked him, looking him dead in the eyes. "And it's not just easy for me to trust someone who has killed hundreds, probably thousands of people on a rage path." "Well, they deserved it," Naruto said. "And how did you came to that?" said Mei. "Did the people of the village deserve what happened to them? They are following behind a stupid ruler. So any judgment I pass on the ruler, it will pass on their village." As he then walked back over and sat down in the chair. "Now, I am here to talk about your village and the state that it's in right now. Even though Kiri was once a strong, powerful village, right now it's nothing. You have just ended years and years upon casualty and war. After your civil war with Yagura, the village is still in a weakened state. You may claim to be one of the 5 great villages, but you're nowhere near their standards. Even a handful of elite ninjas can enter your village and wipe it out. And a ninja of my status, I can end it myself in a couple of minutes," Naruto said. "So I suggest that you hear me out before you try anything stupid." Confident are we?" Mei said. "So what is it that you have come here for, Uchiha Naruto?" The next words that came out of his mouth shocked her. "What did you just say?" she asked. "You heard me. I want your help," said Naruto. "My help? Why would someone like you need my help? And more specifically, why would I give it to you?" she asked him. "Because if you don't, great destruction will fall on this village. And I'm judging that you don't want that. I thought you said you didn't came here to harm my village," she said to him. "Oh, it won't be me," Naruto said. "It will be the rest of the Akatsuki. 2 members to be in fact." "Huh?" she said, confused. "I want you to tell me where the 6th tail is." She clenched her fists. "Do you think I'm an idiot or something? You just want a tail beast to give over to the Akatsuki, and you expect me to tell you where it is?" "Well, yes, I want to give the Akatsuki the 6 tails. You currently have it in hiding. I heard that the 6th tail Jinchuriki was a man named Yagura, who defected from this village. He was supposed to be out in the wilderness, but he was brought back to here, and now he's been kept in a secret location from the Akatsuki to stop the upcoming dooming event that the Akatsuki wants to do. And soon enough, the Akatsuki will come here, hunting for the 6 tails, and if you don't hand it over, I'm afraid your village will be nothing more but shambles after they're finished. So, it's best for you to give it to me right now, before any of that happen." Mei clenched her fists. "I'm going to ask you again. Do you think I'm an idiot?" she said. I will not be handing over the six tails to you or any Akatsuki member. It doesn't matter how weak my village is right now. I won't hand it over to you. As she thought to herself, I have the aid of the other Kages. I will never listen to this boy. So, you're probably thinking that the other Kages can back you, Naruto said, snapping her from her thoughts, as she narrowed her eyes at him. I already know about this 5 Kage meeting, but it seems like one of them dropped out. The old man, I presume. The leader of the Hidden Stone. So it's just the 4 of you. If you have read from recent reports, my friend went to the Hidden Sand and turned it into shambles. So right now, they're not a big help. I already dealt with Kumo. Most of their ninja perished in my attack, but they still have a great force. Konoha still have their great amount of ninjas. But, if you think I cannot stop all of them, you're sadly mistaken, woman, he said. You have to come to reality and realize that the village are slowly falling. Oniki wants nothing with your stupid alliance, because he knows best. But he's stupid as well, thinking that he alone can take me down and the Akatsuki. But soon enough, I will pass judgment on him, showing him that he's too arrogant. But, as for you, I'm here to convince you to do the right thing. Do the best for your village, Mizukage. Unless you don't want to see this place in shambles. So, if you're a good and smart leader, you will do the right thing. I'm gonna come back here in 2 days. And if I don't get the information I want, not even God can save all of you from my wrath. As Naruto then got up. Wait, she said to him. I heard that you have a tail beast inside you as well. The 9 tails, the most powerful beast. So I was just wondering, are you stupid or something, she said. Naruto narrowed his eyes at her. I mean, you're part of a group that want the tail beasts. We don't know what they want them exactly for yet. But I'm judging that you guys don't leave the host behind because you extract the tail beast from them, killing them in the process. So you know, once they do it to you, you will die. A smirk creeped up on Naruto's lip. Unless, Mei said, you're not going to hand yourself over to them. Or are you actually gonna double cross them and take the power for yourself? And judging that you have the most powerful tail beast in 9 tails, if you have all of those other beasts by your side, no one, no nation, not even all of us combined, could handle your force from just your raw power. Mei was surprised as he vanished in an instant. But she then felt a cold sensation behind her. As she then heard whisper in her ears, you know, you're a rather smart woman. As a cold sweat ran down her body. How was this even possible? He didn't weave any hand signs. That couldn't be raw speed. How did you get behind me, she said, as she knew if he wanted it, he would end her life right there and then. I can't just go around telling you all my tricks, Naruto said. So, I'll be back soon. Remember, don't go and involve the other Kages in this. And, as a vow from me, my word, your village will be left out of all of this. And it will not be purged like the other villages. I have nothing against you, Mizukage. The old man is too arrogant, so I have to deal with him. The San was allied with Kumo that took a great friend of mine, my family member. Kumo was allied with the San that made her perish. And Konoha, that is just my personal revenge to burn. But you, Mizukage, you're a fine, beautiful woman. And I doubt that you want any of this chaos on your head or your village. So your village will be left in perfect condition, as long as when I return, you hand over the information that I seek. And with that, he was gone. She quickly spun around, as he wasn't there anymore. How did he do that, she wondered, as she quickly spread out her senses. And he wasn't even there, nowhere in the compound. As she flopped down on her bed, as her mind was rattling, what should she do? Should she involve the other Kages in this? He was right, her village was in a weakened state. He was strong enough to tear through Kumo like it was nothing. And Kumo had all of their shinobis on the front line, knowing that he will come, but he was still able to take them out by himself. And not to mention his other friend Menma, that other boy that possessed unique ability that Minato told them about, able to control all 5 natures. He was the one that destroyed the sand like it was nothing. And that boy wasn't even with him, facing off against Kumo. So imagine the both of them working together as a one, as a team. What could they do together? Meanwhile, all of that was going on. Konan was looking down at the operation table as a bunch of white Zetsu's body was on the ground. As Nagato lied on the table with his eyes closed. Over him was Kabuto, as Kabuto was performing surgery on Nagato. As Konan was sweating, thinking that something might happen, fearing the worst. She didn't even fully trust this guy, but Madara told them that it would be alright, that he will be able to bring Nagato back to glory. And Nagato told her that it would be alright, so she would trust in Nagato, put all of her faith in him. But if anything bad happened, she would make sure all of them pay. Her mind then drifted towards Naruto, as they were doing all of this because they don't trust Naruto. And she realized something, that Madara, if he was the one that trained Naruto, why was he so scared? Well, seeing that Madara told him that he lost a great portion of his power, and Naruto was something else, able to beat down Kumo like it was nothing, and Menma was able to take down the sand like it was nothing. The both of them working together, Nagato would need his full power, even though that meant him putting aside Yaiko's body. There will be no more reminder of Yaiko, but still, he would need to return back to his godly state to defeat Naruto. As she looked towards the hallway, knowing that the time will come when the Akatsuki will have to hunt him down and take what they seek to bring peace to this world, because Naruto had no intention of handing the Nine Tails over. She had her suspicions from the beginning once Nagato talked about it, but now she was sure of it. He was going to hand it over, judging by his power and the state that he was rising. No person. He was the fool. He was just going to give away a great portion of his power and die, even though he thought he could live after the extraction, which she highly doubt. Time skip. A day later, Sasuke Uchiha was walking along with his team, Shigetsu, Karin, and Jugo, as Sasuke was hunting down Itachi, as he wanted to find him and end his life, as Sasuke believed that he's powerful enough to defeat him. But he was also hoping that he would run into Naruto, as the group has gathered information and found out what Naruto did, along with Menma. To say Sasuke was surprised, well, he was surprised as hell. For Naruto to be able to take down Kumo and Menma taking down the sand, how powerful has they gotten? Sasuke, Karin said, as she narrowed her eyes at him. What's wrong, Karin? Something is coming. 2 of them. Fast, she said, as Jugo instantly stepped in front of Sasuke. In a quick blur, 2 figures landed in front of them, as Shigetsu pulled his giant weapon off his back. It was one of the 7 ninja swordsman weapon. The man's name was Jinpachi, as he wielded the blade named Shibuki, sword known as the explosive blade, as Shigetsu currently have Shibuki, as he wasn't able to get Zabuza's sword, seeing that Naruto destroyed it when he killed Zabuza and destroyed Zabuza's evidence and his body back then. As Shigetsu stepped forward, along with Jugo, as the 2 hooded figures removed their hood. Sasuke, I suggest you tell your dogs to step down, said Menma, as he looked at all of Sasuke's teammates. As the girl narrowed her eyes at the both of them, as she first looked at Menma, he has extreme power inside of him. His control is on point. She could feel a balance in his chakra, like he could wheel without thinking. He could control his chakra at ease. As her eyes then shifted towards Naruto. What the hell is this? As she backed away as cold sweat filled her brow. What is this? She said, as she started to back away as her feet hit a stone, as she fell over. Karin, what's wrong? Asked Getsu. Who is this guy? That's Naruto Uchiha, Sasuke said. Is this really Naruto Uchiha? Karin said. He's a monster, she thought, as she narrowed her eyes at him. As Menma said, I suggest all of you stand down, Naruto said. Why are you here? Sasuke said, ignoring Naruto's question. I told you, Sasuke, that you were supposed to get stronger, and I would tell you where Itachi was. You know where Itachi is? Tell me, Sasuke said. Wait, have you gotten stronger, Sasuke? Naruto asked. As Sasuke didn't answer that question, tell me where Itachi is now! Always stubborn as ever, said Menma. And what is it to you? Sasuke said, as he activated his 3-totem Sharingan. I suggest you stop looking at me that way, said Menma. I always hated your attitude, saying that we're not on a team anymore. I can finally show you that I am way superior to you, always thinking that you're superior and strong. But Sasuke, you're not even on my level, said Menma. Let us handle this, Sasuke, said Shigetsu. Yeah, said Jugo, as half of his body turned demonic. As him and Shigetsu dashed forward, Shigetsu quickly brought down his sword as a huge explosion teared through the forest. As he then smirked, thinking that he got them. But to Shigetsu's surprise, they were nowhere around. Jugo then looked up. Got you now, Jugo said, as he pushed off the ground, as he thrust his arm forward to tear right through the both of them. But when he got close enough, Menma placed his hand forward. A blast of wind erupted from Menma's palm, slamming into Jugo's face, sending Jugo spiraling down into the ground. A boom! As Naruto landed right beside Shigetsu, Shigetsu spun around, but his body was already cut in half by Naruto, as the two-part fell to the ground. As Naruto sheathed back his sword under his cloak, Shigetsu then smirked, as his technique could turn his body into water, as he grabbed his sword and drive it down towards Naruto. As he brought it down, as he was going to explode Naruto on contact, as there was a large boom. Shigetsu quickly reformed himself in the chaos and smoke, as Jugo got up as well as he looked around. Where are they? Where are they? Jugo said, as his tone is getting rather crazy. Don't worry, I got him. Is this the so-called ninja they were talking about? Said Shigetsu. Huh, he's weaker than I, but he was instantly cut off, as a fist burst right through his stomach. Shigetsu smirked. That won't work on me, he said, as Menma looked up at him. I know. As electricity ran from Menma's palm, shocking the hell out of Shigetsu, as his body turned into a water plump and fell to the ground, as Menma stomped his foot on the earth, as Shigetsu was blown away as the earth rippled. Jugo jumped forward as he tried to cut Shigetsu in half with his makeshift axe on his hand, but Naruto appeared right in front of Menma and delivered a brutal kick to Jugo's face that sent him flying into the forest as he broke through about 10 trees till he finally slammed into a huge boulder, as Jugo was knocked the hell out. As Karin noticed something, his leg, it had demonic power fused into it. That is why he was able to kick Jugo so hard. As she then saw the demonic power vanish out of his leg. So Sasuke, tell me, if that is the best you have to offer, do you really think that these guys will be any help of getting you anywhere near to Itachi? Sasuke clenched his fist as he pulled his sword. Sasuke, don't be foolish. I did not came here to fight you. You're the only one who Itachi would face. It's not like he's gonna face off against these idiots. And by the way, it's your revenge. So you can put this team aside now. Huh? Sasuke said, confused. Well, you see, Sasuke, after your business with Itachi is done, I want your help. My help? Why? I know how much you hate my father for making Itachi did what he did, and for Itachi to go along with it. I hate him as well, Sasuke, and you know it as well. And you should know, the people of Leaf, Danzo, I already executed the elders, so Danzo remained. He was one of them who pushed my father in doing his decision, so he still remained to die. The people of the village treat your brother like he's some kind of monster. Until me, the people usually call him the monster, butchering his entire clan at night. A heartless being. Huh, your brother, that was influence, and him too stupid enough to go along with it, killing his own mother and father. I see why you're angry. As Naruto then turned his head towards the girl. You there, he said, as he saw her looking at him strangely. And she fell back when he just came. Are you a sensory type, he asked. As she didn't say anything at first. Hello there, he said to her, as she cowardly nodded her head. Interesting, said Naruto. So you probably sense us from a distance away, huh? As he then walked forward, passing Sasuke like he wasn't even there. As he gave her a hand, as she slowly took it as he helped her up. Don't be scared, he said. I'm not gonna hurt you. He then turned back to Sasuke. Good addition, Naruto said. As for these other two, they would need some training to get stronger, but they're still weak. And as for you, Sasuke, I can see that you've improved. I can tell you where Itachi is right now. So what do you say? You wanna face him? Naruto asked. As Sasuke looked at Naruto and then back at Karin. Just say yes already, said Menma. As Sasuke nodded. Where is Itachi? He said, stepping forward. Huh, same arrogant attitude, Naruto said. 3 hours later, we currently have Itachi as he was walking through the forest along with Kisame. As Kisame was walking alongside him, Itachi, Kisame said. I know, Itachi said. The both of them jumped away as the ground exploded from Suigetsu, who landed with a sword a boom. As Suigetsu and Jugo has recovered, there to be the distraction, Naruto and Menma were a distance away, just in case Sasuke and his group were about to fail and they have to step in. But for now, they have to keep it a secret. As Jugo then landed, as he appeared in front of Kisame. As Kisame smirked. Brave of you, Kisame said. Wanna test me like that? As he pulled Samihata from his back. I don't know who you are, but Samihata is gonna enjoy tearing you to pieces. Samihata, huh? Said Suigetsu. I would love to get that in my collection. As Itachi was a distance away, seeing that they were only focusing on Kisame. You can come out now, my foolish little brother, Itachi said. As Sasuke stepped out of the clearing. I am no longer your foolish brother, Sasuke said. I have harnessed my hatred. Everything just so we can face once more. Just so I can take you down and make you suffer for being a hypocrite and a damn idiot. I know what you did, Itachi. Taking down everyone for that man. I know what happened. Naruto said everything back then. And years I've been stewing. And years I've been pushing myself so when this day came, I could finally kill you. To see your dead body rotting at my feet. Kisame looked over at Itachi. I'll handle him, Itachi said. Sasuke, come with me. As Itachi ran off. As Sasuke ran off behind him. Are you sure I cannot help? Asked Karin, as she was standing next to Naruto and Menma. Oh, trust me, you can't help in this battle, said Naruto. This is between brothers. And that over there is just to stop Kisame from trying to do anything. Meanwhile, at the Akatsuki hideout, Nagato was lying down on a bed, as Konan was next to him. Kabuto had said the operation was a success, but Nagato was still unconscious. Seeing that his body was recovering after all, a long operation, it would take a while for him to wake up. But Kabuto has said the surgery was a success. He attached the nerves, as he had used live subjects to remove their nerves from their legs, combined with the white Zetsus, to give Nagato the ability to walk again, as Konan just looked down at him. He's sleeping so peacefully, as she could see that his cheek was flushing out again, because the chakra was regaining in his body, because he's no longer passing it out in 6 different ways. His body was slowly recuperating, as she could see his face coming back to normal, and his skin returning back, not looking as pale as it was. as the smile brightened on her face. It's been a long time since she smiled so much, as she was just happy to see that everything would be okay. Deep down in the base, Kabuto was sitting as the masked man was standing. So what now, Kabuto said. Even with his legs restored, and from what I've heard from this rare, godly dojutsu, do you really think it will be enough to defeat Naruto? Naruto has what I know as a Susanoo, a humanoid figure made from his chakra and his will. That should be enough to slaughter Nagato. So do you really think Nagato can defeat him? The power that Nagato will regain after not being able to send it out to all 6 different paths, he will be strong enough, I hope, to subdue Naruto. But even if, what about the 9 tails? The 9 tail power, and from what I've heard, Naruto's able to subdue Bijus. So, if he can just subdue the 9 tails inside him and suck on the 9 tails power. And that would be endless supply of chakra to take down Nagato. So how would he win then? We still have the rest of the Akatsuki, said Madara. As Kabuto smirked. So what's the plan B if this fail? As Madara turned his head towards him. I highly doubt that this will fail, but you're gonna be the plan B. And how is that? Kabuto asks. As Madara looked at him, you know what I'm talking about. Yes I do, Kabuto said. I was just messing with you. How is the preparations coming along? Madara asks. They're coming along quite well. So if this somehow fails, we will still have the backup. Just make sure not to screw it up, said Madara, as he turned and started to walk away. Meanwhile, all of that was going on. Kakuzu and Hidan just slaughter a great portion of Konoha shinobis at Take, as Minato had sent them there to make sure that Take is okay, and along with retrieving the 7 tails. Shikamaru, along with Asuma, Kakashi and Guy are there as well, as they've been waiting for any sightings of the Akatsuki, as Shikamaru has figured out that one's technique after seeing him perform that ritual and the ceremony, as Kakuzu is heavily outnumbered. As Hidan was on the ground, Hidan thought that he could take them all out, but after Shikamaru found out his weaknesses, the group was able to take him down with ease, and his body was in pieces as they already took off his head. The unconscious fool was a distance away, as she had tried to protect her village, but Kakuzu took her down, as Hidan was the one who took on the group of Konoha shinobis, giving Kakuzu enough time to get her, while he slaughtered and created a distraction. But now Kakuzu was surrounded. As he looked at all of them, he narrowed his eyes. This was going to be a tough situation to get out of here, along with her. As he was waiting for the backup, he already sent out a message, as he already sent Chakra to the ring to send out the message towards the leader. But he got in contact with Zetsu, as Zetsu told him that they will be there soon, as Kakuzu was feeling his chances going slim, as there was a lot of famous ninjas right here. The loudmouth Hidan was out of commotion, but he was still cursing, as Guy then activated the gates as he thrust forward. Suddenly, wooden spikes break from the ground, as Zetsu emerged, as Guy stopped in his tracks. What took you so long? Said Kakuzu. Sorry, I got detour, said Zetsu, the white one. Now, we're here to save you. As he then looked over at Hidan. My Hidan, in a bad condition are we, he said. Enough chatterbox, just get me the hell out of here, Hidan shouted. You and your foul mouth, said White Zetsu. You're not escaping, Guy said, as he appeared in front of Zetsu. Zetsu quickly sank down into the ground as Guy punched the ground, destroying it. As a huge cloud of dust was there. When the dust finally cleared away, the Konoha ninja saw the ground break open where Hidan's body was, as his body fell under all of his remains. As Asuma thrust forward as he stepped through the smoke, and he saw Zetsu pulling Kakuzu underground, as their body was just facing through the ground, as they were gone within seconds. As the Konoha ninjas realized, they just slip up. They allow the Akatsuki to get another tailed beast. Time skip, back with Naruto. The fight was pretty much over, and this fight came at a surprise to Naruto. It seems like Itachi really loved his brother. As Naruto landed there, the rain was falling heavily, as he looked at the unconscious body of Sasuke and the dead body of Itachi. Menma, he said, as Menma landed. The both of them, Menma asked. Yeah, Naruto said, as Menma raised the both of their body with his wing. As Naruto then gave him a nod, as Menma was about to fly away. Hey, what about me, Karin said as she caught up with them. Take her along, said Naruto, as Menma nodded as he picked up Karin, as they headed off. Naruto then went through hand sign as he fired off a giant water dragon that teared through the sky as it let out a roar, as a beaten Zetsu and Jugo saw that, as the both of them had multiple scratch marks over their body, as Kisame was still in a good form, as a few torn pieces were on his cloak, but other than that he was perfectly fine. It seems like these two weren't a match for him. As both of them saw the water dragon, as Kisame narrowed his eyes towards the water dragon, he felt it. Some moments ago, Itachi's chakra was no more. It seems like Itachi had died by his brother's hands. He then turned back to see Jugo and Zetsu speeding off. The next day, the members of Akatsuki was gathered to extract the seven tails, as they were missing Itachi, who was pronounced dead by the hands of his brother, as Obito still couldn't understand where is Itachi's body and where is Sasuke, when he simply did a transformation jutsu and turned into the leader Nagato, well, the form of Tendo, and spoke to Kisame. Kisame told him what happened. Itachi wanted to fight his brother alone, so he allowed it. But then he arrived and saw nothing but chaos and he didn't see any bodies, as he wondered if Sasuke had enough energy to take away Itachi's body, to give him a proper burial or something. As his mind just drifted on different thoughts. He was currently transformed right now, as he was taking the role of Tendo Pain. Seeing that the real Pain Nagato was not in commission yet, he will be waking up later today though. As the group was rather surprised another holographic figure flicked in, as it was Naruto, as all of them turned their eyes towards him. What? Said Naruto. I am a part of the Akatsuki as well, so I'm here to help out with the sealing. As Hidan scoffed. Recently you haven't been here. Huh? But I did you guys a favor. Didn't I brought you the 8 tails? Yeah, so what? You didn't help with sealing it. And it took a goddamn longer time, Hidan said. Shut up, I'm here now, said Naruto. Enough talking, said Tendo. Naruto is here. Let's perform the extraction. As Naruto narrowed his eyes at Tendo Pain, something was off about him. As he felt something strange. The moment they started the sealing process, he felt it even more. This wasn't Tendo Pain. Who the hell was it, Naruto wondered. But for now he will hold off from asking things. He just needed one more tailed beast. He will get that from Mizukage as he trusts that she will come to the right senses. And then he will strike and ignite his plan. Let's begin, as all of them begin the extraction. But guys, it'll be in this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn that bell notifications they posted. Remember, cheers to all of your friends in your social media platform. And I hope you guys enjoy. And yeah guys, without further ado, I'm out for now. Peace.